Oh, you know, camping in the wild of Ohio can be fun, but you also need to make sure that you're going to be safe.
That is so true. Angela with us from the Ohio Department of Wildlife. Look, that's not Angela. That is Bella. But we have brought some critters in today because we're going to teach you how to stay safe, how to keep the animals safe. There's a lot that goes into this when you're out in the wild.
Yes, there is.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Who's this now, Bella?
This is Bella. We're from Ohio Wildlife Center.
She's gorgeous.
So now she looks like she's got an injury on her head. So what happened?
She's losing some feathers. That's normal.
Is it?
Stress? Will molt.
Okay.
Oh, is that the only place she loses them?
She'll lose them all over, but she's just losing them on her head right now.
It's like a little reverse yarmulke up there.
Right.
It's cute.
So she is a barred owl.
A barred
B-A-R-R-E-D owl. What does that mean?
It's just a species of owl we have here in Ohio. They often get confused with a barn owl, which we also have here in Ohio.
Right.
So what would she eat normally?
She would mostly eat small rodents. She might eat some reptiles, insects.
Wow. Sounds delicious.
Her eyes are amazing.
Yeah, actually, the barred owl and the barn owl are the only owls that have the dark eyes like that. Other owls will have the yellow eyes that you'll see.
Really?
Now, most of these are nocturnal? Mm-hmm. They are. Now, are any owls not nocturnal?
Most are nocturnal. You will hear them active during the daytime sometimes. Bella has a very distinctive call. You'll hear it, and it sounds like, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" Oh. So it's that hoo 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 hoo.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's great.
So if we're camping, are we going to find her out and about close to our campsite?
Yeah, you will find a lot of the animals that you find in your urban environment. So your raccoons, your possums, your squirrels. But you'll also find more animals like this, like Bella. And then you'll also see flying squirrels, actually, which is our most prevalent squirrel here in Ohio, but they're nocturnal, so you don't see them that often.
Because to her, all of those look like lunch.
Yeah.
They do.
So if we're camping, we want to keep her safe as well as ourselves. So what's our best advice?
Yeah, well, you definitely want to enjoy wildlife when you're out camping. Mm-hmm. So be respectful of the environment and the animals. You want to keep your campsite clean. Keep all food out of your camping area and even out of your car.
Because what's happened in cars?
Well, I personally had experience with mice getting into a locked SUV and eating the sunflower seeds out of my pack. So
Really?
they're
creepy.
They're very resourceful, and they
So
can
how
get
do
in
you
there.
hide them then? In a cooler?
Well, you would use something like a nylon stuff sack. We have one here.
One of those.
And then you'd want to suspend that from a tree. You want to suspend it at least 12 feet off the ground and 4 feet from the trunk of the tree to keep any climbing critters
So she's
away.
out in the middle of the limb?
So they can't climb down the rope or anything and get in there?
They most likely will not, but if you have it close enough to the trunk of the tree, they can launch from the tree to your
So
to
keep
your
it out of the way.
So.
Now, do we have bear issues? We knew we had, tragically, some issues down in Athens area, but do we have to be concerned about that? If you're headed to, say, Alum Creek campground or something?
Most likely not. Where you're going to encounter bears is going to be mostly eastern Ohio or southern Ohio. Most wildlife is going to be afraid of you and leave the area. If you do encounter something, like you may encounter coyotes, you don't want to turn your back on wildlife or run away from wildlife. You want to observe them from afar and just
Really?
be
You don't run
respectful.
around? You just stay there?
Yeah, for coyotes, we actually have on our website.
That would not be my instinct. I'll tell you that right
On our
now.
website, ohiowildlifecenter.org, we have tips for humane coyote hazing techniques. So you do things like get big, make noise, clap your hands. You can either throw small sticks and stones.
Wow.
To just scare them and make them understand you're bigger.
Correct.
So you also have all kinds of guides for folks who want to go out and do some camping.
The Ohio Division of Wildlife actually puts out these guides for free, and you can get them by calling 1-800-WILDLIFE. And they have for reptiles, insects, mammals, all kinds of stuff, so you can see what you're going to see when you're out camping.
So they're good identification guides while you're out and about, and you say, "What is that spider?" There's a whole list of them in here.
This chill?
She is. Yeah,
my
she's very good.
She's like listening to both of us.
Oh, there's a whole
incredible.
bunch of snakes. Okay.
Yeah, snakes also something to be aware of.
That is true. We do have 3 species of venomous snakes here in Ohio, mostly concentrated in southern or northern Ohio. Mostly what you're going to see are black rat snakes or garter snakes.
They're not dangerous.
No, not at all. You do want to make sure when you're walking along the trails, just keep an eye out for them. They like to stretch out along the trails, especially turtles too will be in the middle of the road.
What are our poisonous ones? Water moccasins?
The eastern Massasauga, the timber rattle, and The third one is escaping.
We have that in the
you
book.
You do have it in the book.
You can actually find it in here. So thanks, Angela. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Bella. Well,
Bella
well behaved. You are. Well, she's checking out.
So
Yeah,
nice.
you want to stay a little bit?
Something in that
You
tent.
can canoodle with us.
She's all about it.
If you want these tips, we certainly post those for you on our website to make it easy. Go to gooddaycolumbus.com. Click on news links. You'll find that at the bottom of the page.